This is the second from home, the penultimate fence. The Dickler takes it first, and he's going well, and the Dickler is holding Bueller at the moment. This could be an upset. The Dickler, if he can win this, he'll really advertise his Grand National prospects. Bueller coming at him, though, on the right, but it's still the Dickler. Racing to this 22nd and final fence, and the Dickler, a good one over in the lead. Bueller still second, and on the run for home now. It's the Dickler, but now Bueller sprinting, and Bueller's going to win it. Oh, yes, Bueller wins it all right. Bueller finds a tremendous turn of speed. Bueller and John Franken, so at the line, it's Bueller. Coming to the home turn now, and it's Brown Admiral on the right of the picture from Sonny Summers. These two, and in fact, Sonny Summers is twice the age of Brown Admiral. Brown Admiral, the younger by a full 7 years, as they come now into this 17th and final fence. On the right, Brown Admiral, on the left, Sonny Summers. Nothing in it, Sonny Summers, another little peck, but they're level still, on the run in. Who can find the better turn of foot, Brown Admiral or Sonny Summers? Absolutely nothing in it. Sonny Summers, I think, is finding the turn of foot. He is. It's Sonny Summers going on from Brown Admiral. Not a lot in it, but just enough for Sonny Summers. At the line, Sonny Summers is the winner. A terrific performance by the old horse. In second place, Brown Admiral. Torlisa comes home third. They're under starters' orders. And coming into line for this Otley hurdle, 8 runners, 8 flights of hurdles to jump. And one colour change, Paymarco Prince now in dark blue with yellow collar and a yellow cap. Paymarco Prince on the left of your picture. And that's it, they're away, and Paymarco Prince, the New Zealand horse, gets away very quickly and makes the early running. From Fighting Taffy, then comes a Tivo running strongly, and the favourite Lanzarote. Nearing the first of these 8 flights of hurdles, and it's Paymarco Prince who's going to jump it in the lead. Coming to the first now, Paymarco Prince up and safely over. Lanzarote jumps it in second place, then Fighting Taffy 3 and Supreme Halo 4. Then Ativo is 5 and Tsarist over on the inside. The surprise runner running here instead of at Stratford, he's in 6th place. And the last two, 7 and 8, are Sea Pigeon, and finally the newcomer, the first run ever over hurdles for this one, which is Slim Jim. And so after jumping the first 2 flights, they come up now past the enclosures for the first time, and it's Paymarco Prince, the horse from New Zealand, having his 3rd run in this country. He's in the lead, followed by Lanzarote, the 1974 champion hurdler, then Supreme Halo, who is in 3rd place. Supreme Halo only once unplaced this season. After these 3 come Fighting Taffy, the oldest horse in the field. Behind Fighting Taffy is Ativo, and the last 3 are Sea Pigeon, the hope from the north, the second favourite, and then Tsarist, and finally the newcomer, Slim Jim. Just about at the highest point of the course now, the top turn as they swing away now right-handed, and a long run before they get to the next flight of hurdles. And here it's still Paymarco Prince, partnered today by Bill Smith, who cuts out the running from the favourite Lanzarote. John Franken in second. John, who won the opener today on Bueller, also for the Fred Winter stable. Then in 3rd place is Supreme Halo. Supreme Halo then followed by Ativo, who's trying to get back some of his form, because he's one of the favourites for the Schweppes hurdle next week. And so as they start to swing now into the back straight and go towards the next, this is the 3rd of these 8 flights of hurdle. It's still Paymarco Prince leading by 2.5 lengths. Lanzarote in second place. Then 2 off the pace in 3rd is Supreme Halo. 4 is Fighting Taffy, and 5 as they jump this one is Ativo. 6 is now Sea Pigeon making ground. 7 is Tsarist on the rails, and 8th and last is the one making his first outing ever over hurdles, Slim Jim. Going to the next flight, this is flight number 4, and it's still Paymarco Prince out in front. He is an habitual front runner, but he folded up close home at Windsor last time out. He leads, though, still from Lanzarote, and this is the halfway point now in this 2,924 pound to the winner Otley hurdle. And it's still Paymarco Prince leading from Lanzarote in second place. Ativo now very close up in 3rd, just hidden by Lanzarote. Then 4 is Supreme Halo, and 5 Sea Pigeon as they go to the next flight. And it's still the New Zealand horse Paymarco Prince out in front, jumping this one clear of Lanzarote. Tsarist running awfully well on the inside. Tsarist, who seeks his 4th successive victory today. They've jumped the last on the far side. They've just got 2 more to jump here at Sandown, both in the home straight, and it's still Paymarco Prince who's made all the running so far. He continues in the van. Lanzarote, the 1974 champion hurdler, remains second. Ativo, the Schweppes fancy, is 3rd. 4 towards the outside, Supreme Halo. 5 is Tsarist, and 6 and closing now is the hope of the north, Sea Pigeon, the only one in fact in this race trained in the north, as they swing now towards the closing closing stages. They're into the home straight. They're 3.5 furlongs now from the finish, and it's still Marco Prince who's made all so far, but all the others coming to close on him now. Supreme Halo now making his bid on the outside to go up into second place. Sea Pigeon travelling very easily. John Joe O'Neill hasn't moved a muscle. So also is Lanzarote, just cruising at the moment, and Tsarist is not out of it. Oh, and Lanzarote almost went at that one. Lanzarote down on his hocks, but he's up and all right. But that leaves Sea Pigeon now to come through to challenge Marco Prince and Supreme Halo, and it's Sea Pigeon surely who's going to win this. Ears pricked at the last. Sea Pigeon up and over safely, and on the run for home inside the final furlong and a half. Sea Pigeon now goes clear. Sea Pigeon is going to win the Otley hurdle, that's for sure. Marco Prince, a good run. He's led all the way until that final flight. He's going to hold on, I think, for second place. But now Lanzarote coming past him now. But it's Sea Pigeon who's going to win it. Up the line, it's Sea Pigeon the winner. Lanzarote is second. Marco Prince the other.
Last now, and it's Night Nurse from Tree Tangle on the far side. Bird's Nest coming there very strongly in between those two. Night Nurse jumps in the lead from Bird's Nest and Tree Tangle, and then just in behind them Lanzarote, and it's Night Nurse, Paddy Broderick in the lead from Bird's Nest. Comedy of Errors coming there strongly now with Lanzarote, then Dramatist on their heels as they come to the second last in the champion hurdle, and Night Nurse touches down in the lead from Bird's Nest second, then Lanzarote, then Comedy of Errors, and then the fading Dramatist, and they're rounding the home turn now, and Night Nurse Paddy Broderick in the lead from Bird's Nest in second. Then comes Lanzarote coming to the final flight in the champion hurdle now, and it's Night Nurse from Bird's Nest and Lanzarote and Comedy of Errors. Night Nurse in the lead over the final flight. Night Nurse from Bird's Nest, then Lanzarote, and racing into the final 150 yards, and Bird's Nest putting in a tremendous run. It's Night Nurse from Bird's Nest racing up towards the line, and Bird's Nest beginning to get up on the far side, but Night Nurse is holding him, and as they come to the line, Night Nurse is going to win it. At the line, Night Nurse is the winner. Bird's Nest is second, Flash Imp is third, Comedy of Errors is fourth, and Lanzarote 5 and 6 is down.
I got the money, I got the place, you got the figure, you got the face. Let's get together, the two of us over a glass of champagne. I got the music, I got the lights, you got the figure, full of the lights. Let's get together, the two of us over a glass of champagne.
It's top priority in the lead, being pressed by Tide Cottage. It's Tide Cottage for Ireland in the sheepskin noseband. Top priority for England on the far side. These two from No Gypsy and Davy Ladd as they come to the final fence in the Sun Alliance chase now. And as they come to it, Tide Cottage and top priority almost stride for stride. And Tide Cottage lands in the lead from top priority. No Gypsy putting in a tremendous rondo. And as they race into the final 150 yards, it's Tide Cottage being pressed by No Gypsy. Tide Cottage quickening now and striding away. And as they come to the line, Tide Cottage wins it from No Gypsy. Third is top priority. Fourth is double negative, and five, Davy Ladd. Very close between those two. It's Royal Frolic being pressed by Coleridge for Ireland, then Glanford Brigg. Beulah back in fourth place, and it's Royal Frolic in the lead as they come to the next fence, the penultimate fence in the Gold Cup, and it's Royal Frolic from Coleridge, and then Glanford Brigg, and then comes Brown Lad and Beulah, and over the second last, Royal Frolic from Coleridge and Glanford Brigg, then Brown Lad and Beulah, and coming to the last fence in the Piper Champagne Gold Cup of 1976, and it's Royal Frolic clear of Coleridge with Brown Lad putting in a tremendous run, but Royal Frolic is over. Coleridge over second, Brown Lad over third, and racing into the final 150 yards, and it's Royal Frolic striding away from Brown Lad, who's chasing him. Coleridge is in third, but it's Royal Frolic holding Brown Lad and Coleridge, and as they come to the line, Royal Frolic wins the Piper Champagne Gold Cup. Second is Brown Lad, and third Coleridge, and four Money Market. Tivo back in third, Artifice making good ground in fourth, racing up towards the final flight now, and as they do so, Comedy of Errors coming to challenge Grand Canyon, but Grand Canyon's holding him at the moment. It's just between these two now, Grand Canyon and Comedy of Errors. Grand Canyon on the far side, touching down the lead from Comedy of Errors on the near side. Somerville moving into third, and as they race into the final 150 yards, it's Grand Canyon being pressed by Comedy of Errors. Comedy of Errors coming there with a great run on the stand side, but it's Grand Canyon holding him, and as they come to the line, it's very close between Grand Canyon and Comedy of Errors, and up the line it's a photo. And they're away, and away to a good even break. Proland the Grey on the far side, and on the near side it's Money Market. Rag Trade going up to join him, and Highway View. And it's Highway View from Purpole and Money Market, and then comes Rag Trade with on a wide outside Nerio and Proland and Thomond. And as they come towards the Melling Road, it's Money Market, Highway View, Rag Trade, Purpole. Spanish Steps going up to join him, and Golden Wrapper on the inside. As they race towards the first, we join John Hanmer.
Towards the outside, Thomond up with the leaders, then Nerio and Prolam. And towards the inside, Highway View, and they're at the first now, and Highway View jumps it in the lead. Proland made a very bad mistake, but recovered, and there are some fallers there. Ormond Tudor is down, and at the second fence now, it's Tregowan who's just about taken the lead from Nerio, then High Ken and Spitting Image, Keel Namara, then Collandine Rag Trade, and Highway View, and they're at the third fence, the open ditch now, and on the inside Money Market was right up with the leaders. Merrymaker was a faller there. He's just about the only faller at the ditch, and as they go to the fourth, it's Money Market in the lead on the inside and over to Julian Wilson.
Money Market jumps it in front from in the centre, Purpole, and over that one the High Ken is a faller, and Thomond has gone. Those two are down at that one as they race down towards the fifth. To the centre of the course it's the Duke of Albuquerque on Nerio. Towards the outside is Tregowan and Spitting Image, and the inside Money Market, the High and Rag Trade jumped that, and they're all over the fifth as they race down towards Beechers. With the field spread across the course, Spitting Image and Nerio prominent towards the outside with Tregowan on the inside. It's Highway View and Money Market, and just behind these are Connemara and Rag Trade in the centre of the course as they jump Beechers, and over it the leader was Spitting Image, and Tregowan's a faller, and Highway View and Tudor View is also Tudor View, not Highway View, is a faller at Beechers as they jump the next, and it was Spitting Image from Nerio, then Money Market and the Dickler, then Rag Trade and Highway View, then comes Eye Catcher and Golden Wrapper, then Purple and Red Rum on the outside, and the inside is Spanish Steps rather, then comes Collandine and Sandwell, and then Indian Diva as they come towards the canal turn, and over the canal it was Spitting Image who jumped it in front from Nerio and Money Market, then the Dickler and Highway View, then Golden Wrapper and Rag Trade, then Eye Catcher and Spanish Steps as they come towards Valentine's, and Spitting Image leads over Valentine's from Money Market and the Dickler, then comes Highway View and Golden Wrapper, and the inside is Spanish Steps, then Rag Trade and Nerio, then Eye Catcher and Sandwellan. Behind these come Purple the Grey, then Proland. The back marker at this point is Ballybright and Connemara as we rejoin John Hanmer.
And Spitting Image in the lead from the Dickler second, then Money Market is third, Golden Wrapper fourth, Nerio is fifth as they jump the next. Spitting Image over first, then the Dickler, Money Market, Nerio, Golden Wrapper, Eye Catcher, Rag Trade and Highway View. Then comes Sandwellan, And the next fence will be the 12th, and it's Spitting Image out in front with the Dickler second, Money Market third, Nerio fourth, Eyecatcher is fifth, then Highway View, Rag Trade, Sandwillen, then behind these are Prolan and Red Rum, and then come Spanish Steps and Purple. But as they go across the Melling Road and go to the 13th fence, it's Spitting Image in the lead from the Dickler, Nerio, Money Market and Golden Rapper, and over to Peter O'Sullivan.
Yes, closely grouped. And Money Market coming back into the lead now from Nerio, Spitting Image right close with them, then the Dickler, then comes Golden Rapper. Just in behind them, Rag Trade, then on the inside, the Spanish Steps, Red Rum close to them, and so's Eyecatcher. And then Prolan getting back into the picture, the grey, as they come towards the next. It's Nerio and the 57-year-old Duke of Albuquerque in the lead from Spitting Image and the Dickler, then comes Eyecatcher. Meridian there towards the outside on the inner Money Market, and Prolan just in behind him with Spanish Steps. And Nerio's a faller there. Nerio has gone at that one, and Meridian has been brought down. Nerio and Meridian gone, and they're coming to the 14th now. And Spitting Image and Money Market and Spanish Steps disputing it. Those three ahead of the Dickler. Then comes Golden Rapper, then Rag Trade, and then Prolan, and just in behind them, Highway View. And as they come now towards the chair, it's Money Market from Spanish Steps, Golden Rapper and Spitting Image and the Dickler and Prolan and Eyecatcher and Sandwillen and Boomdocker on the far side, and Highway View's next, and then comes Red Rum and Keelnamara and Barona just in behind them, and then Roman Bar, and they're coming now towards the water. And it's Golden Rapper and Spanish Steps and Money Market and Spitting Image almost in line as they jump it. Spanish Steps touches down in the lead from Golden Rapper, then Spitting Image and Money Market, then comes the Dickler, then Rag Trade, then Eyecatcher, then on the near side, and going well it's Boomdocker, just to the outside of Boomdocker's Churchtown Boy, then Sandwillen and Eyecatcher and Prolan, and then Red Rum and Barona going well. Highway View is next, and then Keelnamara and Roman Bar, and behind Roman Bar is making progress is Jolly's Clump. And as they cross the Melling Road now, it's Spanish Steps, Money Market, Golden Rapper, and then comes Rag Trade, Boomdocker, and Churchtown Boy on the outside, Highway View and Prolan as we rejoin John Hanmer.
Spanish Steps on the inside from Churchtown Boy, Sandwillen, the Dickler, Spitting Image and Eyecatcher, all these well up there, and Prolan still there too. And Spanish Steps on the inside, still disputing the lead with Churchtown Boy, the Dickler, Eyecatcher, Spitting Image, then Red Rum right up there. Then comes Keelnamara over the 18th now, and Spitting Image has regained the lead from the Dickler, then Churchtown Boy, then comes Eyecatcher. Behind them, Red Rum and Sandwillen, Spanish Steps still there, and Golden Rapper, whose jockey's lost his cap as they jump the ditch, the 19th. And Churchtown Boy, the Dickler and Spitting Image took it all together. There's a faller there, Roman Bar, towards the rear of the field. The tailed off ones are Collandine and Purple as they go to the 20th. Golden Rapper going up on the inside and over to Julian Wilson.
Still spread right across the course, and the Dickler very prominent over that one towards the outside, both Red Rum and Barona, but as they race down towards the one before Beaches, it's still Churchtown Lad in the centre of the course, Golden Rapper right underneath the stands rails as they jump that one. Golden Rapper from Churchtown Boy, the Dickler towards the centre, then comes Spitting Image towards the wide outside, tracked by Brown Fletcher on Eyecatcher, then comes Red Rum. Just behind these leaders comes the Dickler and Keelnamara, then Sandwillen is prominent, and Spanish Steps on the inside as they come towards Beaches, and it's Golden Rapper who's going to jump it in front. Golden Rapper from Spanish Steps, and Golden Rapper is gone. And that leaves Spitting Image in front from Eyecatcher and Churchtown Boy. Then comes Sandwillen and Red Rum towards the outside, and the Dickler and Rag Trade. Prolan and Boomdocker also fallers at Beaches as they jump the 23rd. And over that one, it's Churchtown Boy who's in front from Spitting Image second. Eyecatcher is third. Fourth is Sandwillen, then comes Red Rum on the outside in fifth, then Keelnamara and the Dickler. Then comes Rag Trade and Spanish Steps, and Barona just tracking this leading group as they jump the canal turn. Churchtown Lad, who jumps it in front with Spitting Image on his outside. Then comes Eyecatcher in third, then the Dickler and Red Rum, then Sandwillen and Keelnamara and Rag Trade and Spanish Steps and Barona as they jump Valentine's Brook. And all those leaders are over it, and those are clear with Churchtown Lad coming under pressure. They're pressed by the Dickler and Eyecatcher on the outside. Spitting Image towards the inside is Sandwillen and Spanish Steps, then Red Rum, Rag Trade, Keelnamara and Barona, and these are a long way clear now from Hightown View. And Black Tudor made a mistake there. Jolly's Clump is still on his feet, then Indian Diva, Money Market and Collandine. Those are the only ones left as we rejoin John Hanmer.
And Red Rum jumps to the front there from Eyecatcher, then the Dickler, Churchtown Boy, then Keelnamara and Spitting Image and Rag Trade. And this group is clear of Spanish Steps as they come to the third last, and it's Eyecatcher going to take it together with Red Rum. Then the Dickler is third, Keelnamara is fourth, then comes Ragtrade, Spitting Image, Churchtown Boy, Verona making headway, then San Willen and Spanish Steps, and these are well clear of Highway View. And as they go across the Melling Road, with 2 to jump, it's the Dickler and Red Rum from Ragtrade, and over to Peter O'Sullivan.
It's Red Rum, Eyecatcher, the Dickler, Keel Namara, and then Ragtrade beating down their necks, and Verona making relentless progress just in behind them. But it's Red Rum in the lead as they race towards the second last in the National. Red Rum from Keel Namara and Ragtrade and Eyecatcher, and there's not much between that quartet. Then comes Verona and the Dickler as they come towards the second last. Eyecatcher now with a fractional advantage over Red Rum. Eyecatcher on the near side, then comes Red Rum and then Ragtrade, and it was Eyecatcher and Red Rum together. And as they race towards the final fence in the National, it's Eyecatcher and Red Rum from Ragtrade in third, then the Dickler and Keel Namara, and then comes Verona, and over the final fence now. And who's going to land first? Red Rum lands in the lead from Eyecatcher, then Ragtrade, and it's Red Rum and Tommy Stack from Brown Fletcher on Eyecatcher. Then comes John Burke on Ragtrade as they race towards the elbow. These three, and Ragtrade beginning to make progress towards the stern side and take it up. And it's Ragtrade going to win a 4th National, but Fred Rummel, John Burke is going to win the National. It's Ragtrade from Red Rum. Red Rum is fighting back, but he can't get to him. Ragtrade is striding to the line from Red Rum second, Eyecatcher third. That's how they're going to finish in the National. Ragtrade is the winner, Red Rum is second, third is Eyecatcher.
Hey, go get a rocket! You gotta pull it down! Come on.
In this the Scottish Grand National, and it's Bentley Boy and Verona. It's between these two surely. They're chased by Glanford Brig. Then comes Collingwood in 4th place. Then comes Lord the Hills, Clonmel, and another muddle. This is a serve from home. And it's Bentley Boy over in the lead. And it's Bentley Boy who has the advantage there from Verona on the near side. Then comes Collingwood, Glanford Brig, another muddle. Blackback trying hard to get on terms on the far side. And Bentley Boy very nearly went there. And John Southern did well to remain intact with the horse. But Verona's still there with a good chance of doing the double. They're running now toward the final fence. And it's Verona on the near side. Bentley Boy on the far side. Verona picks up and he takes the lead. And he's going to complete the double surely. He's now going clear. He's got about 100 yards to go. And it's Verona staying on well to win the Scottish Grand National for the second year running. He does. Verona is the winner from Bentley Boy in second place. Then comes another muddle, followed in by Collingwood. Then comes Glanford Brig. Glanford Brig is then followed by Lord.
Within minutes of today's surprise news that rationing was to end immediately, work began on the job of reconnecting 35,000 homes. When rationing began only 3 weeks ago, the South West Water Authority forecast it would last for several months. It would end only when the almost empty reservoirs were half full again. Well, earlier this week they were installing scores of additional standpipes in streets throughout Devon. What they couldn't know was that September would be the wettest on record since the war. Rain has been falling by up to 6 inches a day. What's your reaction now you've been turned back on again?
Well, I think it's absolutely marvellous. I mean, we've all been rather upset to hear that half the constituency are sort of on and we're off. And I think that, like the war, we don't mind if everybody else is the same as we are, but you rather object to carrying buckets and buckets of water every day when, you know, you find that someone around the corner has got theirs turned on.
It's been very inconvenient, of course it has, but we've made the best of it. I haven't suffered too badly.
I, in my opinion, intended to knock off 50p every week for fetching the water because the services are not rendered. They've withdrawn their services, so I'll withdraw my payment for the time that they do it.
Thank you very much.
That's what I
indeed.
intend to do anyway.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I hope I'll send the bill in for the wife's damaged leg.
These two fighting it out for supremacy. They're followed by the Dickler. Then comes Black Tudor coming with a great run on the outside. April 7th poised just in behind the 4 leaders, but they come now to the pond fence. And it's Ottaway and Jeff King over in the lead from Collingwood. Then comes the Dickler. And on the outside, Black Tudor and April 7th. They're well clear of Red Rum. And they come now towards the penultimate fence. And it's Ottaway all the way in the lead. And he nips over that one well, followed over by Collingwood, the Dickler, Black Tudor and April 7th and Red Rum. That's the leading half a dozen. They're clear of Barmer. They have one to go in the Whitbread Gold Cup as they come to it. It's Ottaway the leader, but pressed once again by Collingwood. And then comes the Dickler and Black Tudor. That's the leading 4. They're clear of April 7th and Red Rum. And the cheers really going up here. Ottaway as Colin Hawkins tries hard to reduce Collingwood once again. And Collingwood is running on, but Ottaway has the advantage, comes to line. Ottaway wins it from Collingwood in second place, and then comes Black Tudor, followed by the Dickler, Red Rum, April 7th.
Right now, with the nose band, on the left is Flashy Boy, and on the right in the white cap is Brown Lad. They're coming to the second last now, and here they come to it. Flashy Boy just in front of Brown Lad, jumps it alongside him, and as they stream over the fence now and come to the last, it's Brown Lad who's hit the front, and here he comes, trying to make history, and looking as if he's going to do it. It's Brown Lad out in front. He comes to it now. He's up, and he's over, and Brown Lad is over in front of April's Canter, who's come back into it. It's Brown Lad, the top white, making history. 3 in a row for Jim Draper, 2 in a row for Brown Lad, and there he goes. Brown Lad winning. Tommy Carberry sitting against him as he passes the post. April's Canter is second. In third place is a bit of a jig, then Flashy Boy, Davy Ladd, Kilmacaloga's next, then Crowland, then Harland, and way back as we look back we can see Caesar's son has pulled up. But that was most certainly a fine victory indeed for Brown Lad, and one cannot help but look back to that race at Cheltenham when he was second in the Gold Cup.
Now, we are offering 2 selections, gentlemen. There you are. We have the 2-star there in the blue bottle, and we have the 5-star in the green bottle with a little handle. See? Yeah, right. Hey, come. Hey. Now, as I was saying, gentlemen, we've got the 2-star here, which is the Van Ordinaire. Now, I must tell you, it's not all that ordinaire. And we have the 5-star here, the Special Reserve. That's the one we're going to sample first. All right, Lenny? There we go. Lovely. Now, gentlemen, I must warn you, this should be sipped delicately like a fine liqueur. It should not be smashed down the throat by the mugful, all right? Off you go, Tulip. I knew they'd like it then.
Oh. You might have washed the bottle out first.
Fletcher, you shut
that stuff's fit for human consumption.
No, I'm not actually, no. That's why you three nokes are trying it out first. Oh, this stuff's evil, Fletcher. Well, remember, it's got another whole week to mature yet, Tulip. That's 7 whole days, isn't it? Here we go now. This is the 2-star. Now, I warn you, gentlemen, this one isn't quite so smooth, all right? So go very carefully. Otherwise, not only will you lose the flavour and the bouquet, you'll probably lose your powers of speech and all. See? Don't spill it. It might burn the carpet. Go on.
It smells like embrocation.
Yeah, well, there is a hint of embrocation about it, yeah.
Hey, you could poison the old prison, Fletcher.
Look, it's not very easy to get the ingredients in here, you know, Tulip. I mean, I got the potato peelings and the orange pips, yeah, no bother. But I mean, normally, in the normal course of events, we would never have actually used boot polish in it, would we? Oh, it's only a joke.
Yeah, you sure?
Of course I'm sure. It's antifreeze.
Far side from Luna Real, also right there on the far side is Heavens No, and also icing on the near side is Solar against the rails. Then comes out a circle of Gilding Shortbread and still Flying Water, but now picking up ground. They come now toward the last furlong, but it's Gassar Queen in the lead on the far side from Antrona. Flying Water, that's the leading three on the far side. On the near side, Night Vision comes through to take it up on the near side, but it's the group on the far side, and Flying Water needs some Martin now bursting through, and it's Flying Water now takes it up from Gassar Queen on the far side. Conover finishing well in second place, in fourth is Antrona, and they finish well clear of Heaven.
They're all in. You hear the starter saying that. The white flag up, and they're running in the first classic of the season. Vitige from France breaks out like a rocket and is the first to show. And they're going a scorching pace here in the 2,000 guineas. And it's Vitige for France. From the other Frenchman, Monado 2. Then Relkino in the cross belts is 3. After these, Lowe is well placed, as also is Gentilhomme. Wallow is lying really right up with the field at the moment, the favourite, and followed by Gwent. They've gone already the first quarter of a mile, and it's Vitige with the noseband blazing the trail for France, followed by Relkino 2 and Monado 3. The field almost splitting into 2 groups now. Towards the back markers in the early stages are the maiden same as Tom, together with Thieving Demon, and also towards the rear at the moment is AC Yolson and Royal Boy. But Vitige still in the lead as they near halfway in the 2,000 guineas, and with France 1 and 2, Relkino next, Wallow the favourite going strongly, back to John Penny.
Vitige continues to make it from Gwent on the far side, Relkino right up with the leaders on the near side, then comes Royal Boy, then just in behind them on the far side comes Frankie, but it's Vitige who continues to lead from Relkino on the near side. Wallow comes up to join those two, and so they pass the 3 furlong from home marker, and it's Wallow on the near side with Relkino, and still on the far side indeed Vitige, and also making ground on the far side too is Frankie, but they pass the bushes on towards the final 2 furlongs, and it's Wallow who now takes it up from Relkino, and on the near side Sea Dive. Vitige is not done for because still well placed on the far side. They come now with a furlong and a half still to run, and it's Wallow in the lead from Vitige. Frankie on the far side, then comes Thieving Demon, that's the leading 4. They come now towards the final furlong, and it's Franco Dettori on Wallow as they come out towards the last 100 yards. Wallow's going to win this one from Vitige, and then in third place comes Thieving Demon, Patrice, Frankie.
Do sit down, thank you.
Do you think it's all right? I mean, I've got my working class trousers on.
Sit. Oh, what a lovely room. And the carpet. Oh, I do like a nice deep pile on the floor, don't you, George?
Nice deep pile of what?
Yes, tea. Would you prefer China or Indian? Oh, yes, please.
I like the one the monkey strings.
Milk or lemon?
No, thanks. I'll stick with the tea.
Oh, yes, we'll have lemon. Thank you. Oh, what a charming little boy. Is he your only one?
Yes. Yes, we were going to have another.
But the dishwasher came first.
Ah, you can't cuddle a dishwasher.
He can.
Do you have swarms of, any children at all?
No, no. We did try. Once or twice. But, no. We haven't got a dishwasher either.
No, well, we thought best not. There are too many working class kids as there is. And we breathe like fruit flies, our lot, once we start.
George!
Lucky there's a war every now and then to thin us out. I don't suppose you were in the war, were you?
I was exempt for medical reasons. I hadn't been born.
You see, there's always an excuse.
Tristram, what are you doing?
I'm listening at the keyhole.
Disgraceful. You take after your mother. Go inside.
Now, the thing about the war is you had all sorts of people with one thing in common.
They were getting killed.
Eh? No? Yeah, well, there was that. But the main thing was that you had the Duke and the Dustman standing shoulder to shoulder, side by side.
Doing what?
Eh? Well, getting killed mainly. No, the point I'm trying to make is that was the war that was supposed to end class prejudice and have our lot take over.
There'll now be a silver collection in his clog. Do you think we might be able to change the subject?
Worked in onto stall number 10, and that looks it. They're on starter's orders and they're off. And heaven knows, one of the first to break out with Lady Singer, and the one that was just a little bit slightly away was Sperantes. But as they settle down through the first furlong, African Dancer is now being attended by Iron Degree on the near side, Centricon, then comes Lady Singer, and Pawnee's right up in 5th place with Heaven Knows. Just in behind them, nicely placed is Serenia, then comes Free Ridden, Roses for the Star, My Fair Niece, Sola, Sperantes, now the back marker is Laughing Girl. But they've covered about a quarter of a mile, and it's Ernie Johnson on Island Degree who takes them along from Centricon. Then comes African Dancer, Free Ridden on the inside. Yves Saint-Martin on Pawnees now goes up into 3rd, and the leading 5 then followed by Serenia. Then comes Lady Singer with Heaven Knows on the far side of that one. They're immediately followed by My Fair Niece. Then just after My Fair Niece is Roses for the Star. Then comes Sola, Sperantes. Then comes Wire up the back marker, Laughing Girl. So they have still a mile to go in this the Oaks, and it's Island Degree now being headed by Pawnees, and now Pawnees now kicking on into the lead, being followed there by Island Degree. Then just on the far side, African Dancer, Centricon just in behind them, and then comes Serenia and Sola. Then just in behind them, My Fair Niece, and so they got about 6.5 furlongs still to run, and it's Pawnees still the leader from African Dancer. Then comes Heaven Knows, Island Degree, then comes Centricon followed by Lady Singer. Serenia comes next with My Fair Niece, but they have 6 furlongs still to run, and it's Pawnees still in the lead from African Dancer. Heaven Knows in 3rd place, Centricon is then 4th, then comes the Hope of Ireland, Lady Singer in 5th place. Just after them comes Roses for the Star, then comes Serenia, and so as they start to come down the hill on towards Chattenham Corner, it's Pawnees still the leader from African Dancer and Pat Edridge towards the outer. Lady Singer and Gabrielle Curran then close up in 3rd, then comes Centricon. Just in behind then comes Heaven Knows, then comes Roses for the Star. Sola on the outside, Serenia just in behind them. And so the leader's now heading into the straight on towards the 3 furlong from home marker. And it's Pawnees from on the far side, Lady Singer. On the near side, African Dancer. Just in behind them, then comes Centricon. And just 2.5 furlongs still to run. And it's Pawnees now begin to draw away from African Dancer. Then comes Lady Singer. Roses for the Star picking up ground on the outside, but they have a furlong and a half still to go. And Pawnees and Yves Saint-Martin going even clearer of Roses for the Star, now going on into 2nd place. African Dancer now 3rd, Centricon 4. Then comes Lady Singer, and Lesser Big on Serena's got no chance because they're inside the final furlong. And this is a
Olive, Mrs. C.J.?
No, thank you. No, I must leave room for what's to come.
When it comes. If it comes.
These little mats are nice. There's some kind of a bird on mine.
Oh, green woodpecker. I once bought a stuffed woodpecker at Chipping Norton.
I like a nice relaxed get-together, don't you, Mrs. C.J.? Golden eagle on my mat.
What's this on mine? A hedge sparrow?
You know a lot about birds, Davina.
I used to go out with an ornithologist. Lucky fellow. He wouldn't need his binoculars to see your knockers.
Yes, jolly good.
What a lovely vase.
There isn't a vase in the room, woman. Yes, well, I thought as it was such a lovely evening, I thought, the garden. Oh, the garden. Eating in the garden. Well done, Reggie. Shall we bring our drinks?
Oh,
yes. My glass, I think. Well, Reggie. There we are, it's a lovely mild evening. I'm so hungry I could eat. Lovely garden, Reggie. Somebody's got green fingers. Yes, indeed. Yes, well, shall we go into the dining room? The dining room at last! By Jove, I'm hungry now. See the garden first? This is the dining room. Supper. I thought you'd like to see it.
Very nice.
Yes.
What a nice table.
Yes.
Supper?
Yeah.
Well, it certainly isn't supper.
There isn't any. Yes, I might as well tell you why I've invited you all round here, and I'm not going to give you anything to eat. I think we live in a world where we're far too greedy and there isn't enough food to go round.
What you would have had this evening would have been liver pate, sole meunier, guinea fowl in red wine, lemon meringue pie. Instead, I'm going to send a cheque for £20 to Oxfam, all right?
What a lovely gesture. Gorgeous.
Yes, and you would have all had to invite me back, so you can all send a cheque for £20 to Oxfam as well. Eh? Another drink, Sue James?
Oh, no, wait a minute. You don't like a word, Reggie.
Pigot's 7th Derby win came in 1976 on Empery, another American-bred colt who was trained in France by Maurice Gilbert. Hot favourite for Empery's Derby was the 2000 Guineas winner Wallow, trained by Henry Cecil, and ridden by the Italian Gianfranco Dettori. Also in the field was Lady Beaverbrook's colt Relkino, trained by Dick Hearn, and the Blue Ribbon Trial winner Oates, handled by the leading trainer of the period, Peter Walwyn.
And it's Gerard Rivas still in the lead with Battige. Then comes Relkino, the leading two, then pressed by Humphrey. Tierra Fuego trying to run on the outside, so too is Oates. And Wallow's under pressure, and so they have 2 furlongs still to run. And it's Relkino and Joe Mercer in the lead now from Battige. And then comes Humphrey in 3rd place, Oates is 4th, then comes...
Once again, Pigot's mastery of the Epsom course was total. Empery may not have been an outstanding Derby winner, but, knowing he was a thorough stayer, Pigot had him perfectly placed throughout, and he was never in any kind of trouble.
And it's Lester Piggott, he's done it again on Humphrey. They come up towards the line. Humphrey wins the Derby from Relkino, Oates, Hawkesbury, Wallow in 5th, then comes Battige, followed over by
Empery went wrong after the Derby and was not seen in England again, although for his owner, Texan Nelson Bunker Hunt, his victory was the first leg of a double Derby triumph, as his other colt, Youth, won the French equivalent at Chantilly 4 days later. Empery's success had given Pigot the all-time Derby winning record, beating the 6 victories scored by Jem Robinson in the 19th century and by Steve Donahue between the wars.
When you get the chance, you are the dancing queen, young and sweet, only 17. Dancing queen, feel the beat from the tambourine. You can dance, you can dance.
Mills in the lead from Misty Grease, Sea Anchor, Nuthatch on the outside of Sea Anchor. Then comes Mr. Bigmore being rushed up on the inside. Then Crash Course, and the favourite is last as they race towards the home turn. Under half a mile to run now in the Gold Cup, and Misty Grease and Yves Saint-Martin goes to the front. From on the outside, Sea Anchor, then comes Nuthatch, then on the inner it's Mr. Bigmore, then comes Crash Course, then Sagaro as Barton Mills drops out, and they've got 2.5 furlongs to run in the Gold Cup now, and it's Misty Gree in the lead from Sea Anchor, then comes Nuthatch, and then Sagaro, Lester Piggott unleashing a run towards the stand side, and it's Misty Gree from Sea Anchor and Sagaro coming there very strongly with Crash Course also. They're coming up towards the furlong marker now, and it's Sea Anchor and Crash Course, and on the near side Sagaro, Lester Piggott now taking a fracture advantage. They race into the final 150 yards, and it's Sagaro from Crash Course, Sagaro on the near side, Crash Course on the far side. Sagaro's going to win the Gold Cup for the 2nd successive year as they come to the line. Sagaro is the winner, 2nd is Crash Course, and 3rd Sea Anchor for Misty.
Such a race would have been hard to follow, but in 1976 the King George attracted no less than 5 classic winners. Leading the parade, the Coronation Cup runner-up, Ashmore. The strong-willed grey, Bruni, a 10-length winner of the St. Leger the previous autumn. The Prince of Wales Stakes winner, Record Run. The Irish Derby winner, Malacart. French Derby winner, Youth. And the first filly to win the English and French Oaks since 1864, Pornice.
And that's it. All 10 are installed for the King George VI and Queen Elizabeth Diamond Stakes, and they're away. And Bruni's just
At the start, Lester Piggott on Bruni lost an arm. Saint Martin on Pornice set out in front at a fast gallop, leaving the remainder of the field the job of catching her. Close though they came, not one horse managed it.
Dakota, and last is Duke of Marmalade, and swinging around the home turn now in the King George VI and Queen Elizabeth Diamond Stakes, and it's Pornice in the lead, being pressed by Malacard. Youth has run very wide at the home turn indeed, run practically right off course, coming to the 2 furlong marker now, and it's Pornice being pressed by Malacard. Then comes Dakota with a good run on the stand side, but it's Pornice from Malacard, a 1-2 for France at the moment. Orange Bay putting in a good run, and Bruni coming there with a strong challenge now, but it's still Pornice from Malacard as they race into the final 150 yards. Pornice from Malacart, and then comes Orange Bay and Bruni, and Dakota right over on the stand side, and Dakota coming there on the stand side with a tremendous challenge, but Pornice is going to hold him at the line. Pornice the winner from Bruni and Orange Bay.
Pornice became the 4th filly to win the King George, following Aunt Edith, Park Top and Daly.
They're away, and Be Tuneful and Petit Pas, the 2 fillies out slowly. John Tilombre is the first to show. John Tilombre from Carla Shikari. After these 2, Import running strongly. Locknager is with them, and so is Roman Warrior. They're coming downhill towards the end of the first furlong. And blazing the trail is Jean Tilombre from Import. These 2 followed by Carla Shikari. Then right over on the far rails is that one stable companion, Hittite Glory. Just behind these is Locknager, then Roman Warrior. Then comes Be Tuneful making ground. Gwent is not far behind them on the 3 legs. The ex-Italian horse is some way behind in last place at the moment. At the end of 2.5 furlongs in the July Cup, with a tremendous pace being set by Jean Tilombre from Carla Shikari. Then comes Import Blinker towards the outside, Locknager, and then also right on terms now is Petit Pas, just past halfway, and Jean Tilombre joined by Carla Shikari. These 2 from Locknager, the favourite. Then comes Import, Be Tuneful, Roman Warrior making his run towards the outside. Hittite Glory is beaten, so is Gwent, coming up towards the final furlong, and Locknager, the favourite, now finds his turn and goes into the lead from Import. It's Locknager and Import, each seeking hat-tricks from Jean Tilombre, who's beaten now, and 3 legs is coming with a great burst on the outside, but it's Locknager from Import, 3 legs, racing to the line. Locknager's just going to win it, up the line. Locknager is the winner. 3 legs, possibly just second in front of Import in 3rd place. 4 was Roman.
Wallow coming there very smoothly on the right of the picture, and it's Dominion and Wallow and Free State now as they race towards the final furlong. Wallow in the lead from Free State, Earth Spirit losing ground. Ardoon coming there very strongly over on the far side, but it's Wallow from Free State and Ardoon as they race into the final 150 yards. Wallow on the near side from Free State and Ardoon as they race into the final 25 yards. It's still Wallow being pressed by Poacher's Moon on the near side, but it's Wallow the winner from Free State and Poacher's Moon third. And it's Island Agree who in fact hits the front as Hippolyte fades. Everything Nice coming there to challenge. Sauce Boat coming there on the outside with Silken Way. And it's Island Agree from Everything Nice and Sauce Boat. Sauce Boat and Silken Way now. And it's Sauce Boat in the lead from Silken Way. Island Agree over on the far side. Rusalka trying to put in a challenge. But it's Richard Fox on Sauce Boat being pressed by Lester Piggott on Rusalka. Silken Way towards the outside. And it's Rusalka coming to challenge Sauce Boat now. And as they race up towards the line, it's Rusalka who takes it up and at the line. Rusalka's the winner from Sauce Boat second.
Poetry of motion there, and of course Rusalka was a half-sister to this year's Triple Crown heroine, oh so
Romanian and temperamental, and Bjorn Borg is Swedish and just 20 years of age. Many queued all night to see the match. Nastasi to serve. Nastasi wins the first game. If either is favourite, it's probably the swarthy Romanian. But nobody's underestimating his Swedish opponent, least of all Nastasi. The opening games suggest an Nastasi triumph. Then the young blonde hits back. Nastasi thinks about his change in fortunes. By now, Borg is in full cry. Borg serves for the championship. Bjorn Borg's the winner, and his racket goes sky high. 6-4, 6-2, 9-7. The first time in 13 years that a Wimbledon champion has won without losing a set. At 20, Borg isn't the youngest champion ever, but you'd have to go back 45 years to find a younger one. Yet he is the first Swede to win at Wimbledon. Congratulations to a brilliant young Viking.
Seattle Slew had run only twice before the Champagne, and now he was tackling the best youngsters in the country in a championship showdown. It just didn't seem fair to his competition.
And the only thing that concerned me was that he would get in traffic problems early on, because I knew there were 5 stakes winners in the race that day. They were all quick. For the Moment was the best 2-year-old at the time. In that particular race, I told Gene, instead of going the way we've been going, once you get the lead, take a hold of him, let him gallop on out to the wire today, because we have a chance of a 2-year-old championship if we do it right.
For the Moment is now second by 2. On the inside, Alley-oop third by a half. Turnip coin between horses fourth around the far turn. Seattle Slew leads by 2 lengths. That's For the Moment, racing second by 4. Sail to Rome moves through now third on the inside by a length and a half. Alley-oop is next. Up on the outside, Cruise On In, and on the rail, Star Spangled. It's Seattle Slew in front by a length and a half. For the Moment is second by 4, and Sail to Rome is now racing third on the inside and gaining on the leaders as they straighten away in the stretch. Seattle Slew has the lead by a length and a half. For the Moment on the outside, second by 3 lengths. Sail to Rome is now third on the inside, followed by Alley-oop and Star Spangled. Coming to the 16th pole, Seattle Slew now draws away to lead by 5. Seattle Slew in front by 8 lengths. Seattle Slew Going easily.
Now takes it up with just over 3 furlongs to go from Lochranza. Then comes Swing Through on the near side is Mary Carey. Alverton now starting to get into top gear, but they have 2.5 furlongs still to go. And it's a Montague now going clear of the field as they hit the 2 furlong from home marker. From Lochranza, Swing Through. Move Up also trying to get on term. On the near side is Alverton. But surely this looks like a clear-cut victory for Sir Montague. And Willie Castle looks round for danger. There is no danger. They come now towards the final furlong. And it's Sir Montague in the lead, being followed home but by 8 to 10 lengths by Alverton. As they come up towards the line, this is a clear-cut victory for Sir Montague in the tote handicap. They come up, tote-free handicap, they come now towards the line. And it's Sir Montague who wins the tote EVA handicap, a long way clear of Alverton. Then comes Shangamoos running on to the 3rd place. Now in the lead as they run now towards the final furlong. From Crow on the near side, Patch on the far side, Quiet Fling, and Trepan's not going to get into the finish as they come down the last 150 yards. It's Franco de Florian Wallow being chased by in 2nd place Crow as they come up towards line. Wallow holding the lead by about 2 lengths from Crow in 2nd place.
And it's Crow for France, Yves Saint-Martin, Oates and Pat Edry, so it's the champion jockeys of England and France fighting it out, 2.5 furlongs to run. And here comes Secret Man, the other Frenchman, and Scallywag. The grey is not done for yet. General Arnside's got no jogs, but a 1/4 mile to go. There are 7 horses there. Any one of these could win, and it's Crow just in the lead from Secret Man. So it's France 1 and 2. Oates comes next, then Scallywag, then Norfolk Air, and now Secret Man coming to challenge Crow at the distance. It's just Crow from Secret Man. These two fighting it out. Crow 1, Secret Man 2, then Oates and Scallywag on the far side. These are the first 4, but it's going to be Crow who's going to win the 200 St Leger. Coming to the line, Crow is the winner for France. Second, another Frenchman, Secret Man.
Striding away to make this one for England from Rico Boy for France and then Dominion. Coming up towards the line, and Rose Bowl clear and winning it in brilliant style. Rose Bowl comes to the line, the winner of the Queen Elizabeth II Stakes. Rico Boy second in the
How complicated was it putting the album together this time? Because, I mean, it did take that length of time, and you moved around studios too, didn't you?
We did, we always do, yeah, partly because I suppose we get a bit bored in one place at one time, partly because we know studios and know the sounds that they can make, and certain things are better in certain studios.
Because I noticed one of the things that's happening at the moment, in general terms, is that there's a kind of resistance to the idea of the band spending a lot of money in the studio.
A reaction to the big production.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. I'm all for it. You know, I think there has to be a balance in that way. And I think we even feel it ourselves. You know, some of the tracks on the album are sort of back to the basics. In fact, the first track, which opens the album, is a pretty basic sort of thing. And we're aware, let's say we're aware of the dangers of getting overproduced. But we like to keep a balance. And I think in some ways we feel that the studio art is an art in itself. You know, this is old stuff, really. I mean, we've always felt that the live stuff was separate, as you know, from the studio. And there are some things which you can do in studios which are perhaps analogous to painting a picture, which you can never do live. And we think those are worthwhile things. And there's the most elaborate things we've ever done. You know, there's complete sort of mock orchestras and mock choirs on this album, such as have never been seen before. I'm very excited about it. You know, both sides of it. I enjoy the live work for its own sake very much, and I enjoy trying to get that onto disc, which is a challenge.
Coming now to the halfway point in this Duneside Cup, the 7 runners still headed by Patch, the favourite, under Pat Edry. Then in second spot comes Joe Mercer riding Gunner B. Then in third is My Fair Niece, and 4 Still Swellfellow, and 5 Reimer, who's gone up 1 place, relegating Deletta to 6th, and still bringing up the rear 7th and last is Dakota. Turning towards home now with half a mile to travel in the Duneside Cup, and it's still Patch who took up the running at the end of the first half furlong, who continues to make it from Gunner B, the chestnut, in second. My Fair Niece, the only filly, running really well towards the outside. Swellfellow not done with yet on the inner, a very close up third in fact now, because he's just gone past My Fair Niece. Coming now downhill towards the final 2 furlongs, and it's still Patch in the lead, being scrubbed along now by Pat Edry. Gunner B looking very dangerous now, right up sides of the favourite. Then My Fair Niece and Swellfellow. Dakota coming with a good looking run towards the outside. Deletta, the Irish gelding, is now last. Reimer is not out of it at the distance, and it's Gunner B who's burst into the lead from Swellfellow and My Fair Niece. Patch is well beaten. That's not going to get into the frame, I don't think, because Reimer's coming through into third, and so with half a furlong to go, less now, it's Gunner B from Reimer and Swellfellow at the line. Gunner B the winner.
He must be tired. He surely can't win this race as well. And Viren just absolutely controlled the race. He went to the front, he slowed it down. Whenever anyone else tried to pick it up, he wouldn't let them. He knew his game plan exactly.
The Olympic champion leads. Ian Stewart in second place for Britain. Foster is third for Britain. Dixon ready to attack on the outside for New Zealand. Foster can't get out. Dixon goes wide. Foster through past Stewart. Viren still leads. 250 yards left. And Dixon looks comfortable. Hildebrand of Germany going through on the outside. The world's number 3 all-time. But the champion is not going to let the title go easily. And it's Quacks now as Stewart fades. Foster may not even get a medal. Viren on the curve. And here comes Quacks and Dixon, the two black shadows of New Zealand. And Viren defends the title wonderfully well. And they are not going to beat him. Lassie Viren, the greatest distance runner in the world, proves it beyond doubt.
4 gold medals, one of the greatest Olympians ever.
Pat Hendry now driving Saros up very hard on the near side, but it's a Minstrel now has the upper hand by about a length, and he's going clear by a length, 1 length, 2 lengths, 3 lengths. They come up towards the line, and the Minstrel going to be a very, very easy winner of this one after all. And at the line, the Minstrel wins it from Saros.
Close, pulling away, not having any of that bit of noise disturbing his concentration. The crowd giving him a little bit of the bird, but that's not going to upset him either.
It's hit him hard. Well, he's more concerned with patting down the pitch, and in typical Closey style, he hasn't rubbed it.
A really quick one, that. And my word, Brian Close did well to avoid quite a nasty accident there. That was really fired in extremely quickly. And only at the last possible minute did he manage to get that head out of the way. And that's hurt him. That's somewhere, I think, round about the mark where earlier he let one bounce off him. And I think there's going to be a warning this time from umpire Bill Alley. Enough is enough, he says, and quite rightly so. He's really overdone the short pitches in this long spell. It's been Brian Close who's taken the brunt of it. In fact, he's been down at that end now for 45 minutes.
Well, I've just been talking to some racegoers here at Epsom, and they feel pretty strongly about what Jack Jones has had to say anyway. What do you think a day like this, day down at the races like this, is the prerogative of the leisured classes?
Certainly not. No. Look at all the people here today. They're not all what Jack Jones would like to call leisure classes. If we're supposed to be doing something for this country, Bloodstock does one hell of a lot for it. Look at our exports and what the government makes out of that and the taxes.
Well, now, there's a very well-known name in racing here, Peter Walwyn. What would you say to that?
Well, I would entirely agree. Who does Jack Jones represent anyway? Has he had a mass meeting of all his members to find out whether they want to go racing? Most of them do. Certainly Mr. Joe Gormley does. If people want to go racing or play golf or go swimming, as the unions now want a 35-hour week and people are obviously going to have more leisure, why shouldn't they go racing if they want to? And an awful lot of people here work in the industry and work jolly hard in it. And it employs 100,000 people and it gives about 120 million a year to the government, which Mr. Jack Jones supports. So there we are.
Well, now, this is a working day, isn't it? This is a working day for most people, and yet there seem to be an awful lot of folk here who are here to either watch the races or to go gambling or whatever. Couldn't they be better employed perhaps somewhere else?
Well, I don't know. I've come here to work because it is my business, which is largely the export of horses, which is producing foreign currency to this country. And what's more, a lot of foreigners come here. The biggest attraction in the tourist trade is races like Ascot and so on. And the people that come for those races are not ones who are going to buy a twopenny bar of chocolate, but people who are going to buy a Rolls Royce and a fur coat for their wife while they're here. They want to see the racing that goes on in England. It's one of the few things that we can do really well.
Are the fripperies then, do you think? I mean, the nice hats, the pretty dresses, are they then important in this kind of world?
I'm not thinking of Royal Ascot. I'm thinking of Ripon and Wolverhampton, Newmarket and Chepstow and Folkestone and Brighton.
But aren't really, I mean, if you're thinking that racing is almost exportable and the attractiveness as racing is exportable. Aren't the things like the pretty dresses and the nice hats and the fripperies that Mr. Jones was talking about, in those terms, aren't they just as important?
Certainly. England is living on tradition. She has a lot of foreign visitors who like these traditions, and we try and keep them up. I hate wearing hats, but I do at Royal Ascot and love every minute of it. And I'm an ordinary working-class housewife, and my husband's worked hard, and now we're having a little bit of leisure.
Do you think, Mr. Sutcliffe, if I can talk to you, which is another name that we know well from racing, do you think that racing is just relegated to the idle rich?
No, indeed I do not. I think one only had to look at Liverpool this year to see the enormous numbers of people from the factories who are thoroughly enjoying a really super day out. And I'm getting very tired of being told how to spend my money by the unions. And I'm also getting very tired of the constant levelling down that one is coming to. There's no levelling up. And very soon the working men will have nothing to level up to. And I think I can't say very much more than that. I get very heated about it.
I'm delighted that you do. Would you agree with this lady?
No, I think absolutely everyone does what they want to do, and if people want to come racing, they'll come racing. And you only have to look over there to see that it isn't the leisure classes, it's everybody. And we all enjoy it. And it's a fundamental industry of our country because we export a great deal of horses abroad, and it's a way of bringing in currency to us.
May I come back with one very quick point? An enormous number of horses are now owned by syndicates made up of working men, of miners and of people from the factories. And they love their racing, and this would be a tragic thing to kill off, as this man seems to be trying to do.
But you do seem to be making racing sound almost less glamorous than it looks at this very moment. Isn't the glamour of racing half the fun of it? Wouldn't you say so?
Well, it's glamorous and it's very fun. It's a lot of fun, but I'm not a member of the leisure class. I had my shop open all during the holiday when other people were relaxing. It's the first full day I've had off since Boxing Day, I think. And I'm enjoying it, but because I've been working hard.
How would you feel? How would any of you feel, in fact, if you had to give up racing? How would you feel?
Oh, well, I certainly wouldn't want Mr. Jack Jones to tell me I had to give up racing. Thank you very much.
I'd like to see Mr. Jack Jones give up trying to run the government of this country. That's what we want.
But doesn't Mr. Jack Jones, I gather, described racing as social frippery? Well, I would have thought he really ought to put his own house in order, because the greatest example of social frippery, I would have thought, was the TUC annual conference.
Hear, hear.
For a start. Secondly, I'm a director of an engineering group, which is a small and privately owned company, and all I can say is that probably at least 70% of the people we employ, their favourite pastime is to go racing, whether it's at a point-to-point or whether it's at Epsom.
Thompson. Taylor. Played rather hard to Taylor. Too hard for comfort. It's Todd. Thompson missed out totally then. Donachie. Jordan and McFarland. Oh, Jordan left him. Good play by the big Scottish striker. Problems here for England. Dalglish. And Clemence's day is now complete. A total disaster. Poor Ray Clemence bows his head in utter dejection. The ball went right through his legs. Jordan made it all possible. He eluded McFarland far too easily, played the ball at the right time. There didn't appear to be so much danger because Clemence had narrowed the angle, but the ball went right through Ray Clemence's legs. One can only feel despair for Ray Clemence, because it can happen to any goalkeeper, but one prays and hopes it doesn't happen on an occasion like this.
European racing belonged to France in 1976. French horses won 4 of the English classics and 2 of the Irish. They had strength and depth in numbers, not least Empery, Youth, Crow, Excella, Pornice and River Queen. It was a shock that none of these were to win the 1976 arc, but instead it was another French horse, the filly Evangika, who chose this day to return to her best. But here comes Evangika on the outside for Freddie Head, and Evangika swoops and goes on from Crow. Youth back in third, Bruni in 4. As they race up towards the line, Evangika has it, and Evangika the winner from Crow in second. Youth is third, and Noble Dancer 4, and behind it came Bruni and Bobuck. Many remember this arc for the victorious jockey, Freddie Head, being thrown in front of the stands, and even Jika galloping across the course. A worried Head knew he had only 20 minutes in which to catch the filly, reclaim the saddle, and weigh in. He said,
on the far side is Vertige, but they pass a 2 furlong from home marker, and as they do so on the far side is Rosebow, now being pursued by Northern Treasure on the far side, Red Region, Vertige. On the near side now is Lady Singer, now being collared by Malakoff, but the group on the far side, Rosebow, and it's Rosebow on the far side from Vertige, Northern Treasure, as they come out towards the line. It's a tremendous finish. They come now to the last 50 yards. Vertige on the near side, Rosebow on the far side. It must be a photo. Vertige, I think, just makes it from Rosebow.
That year, there were 12 starters. Blush and Groom had the number 11 in the starting gate. You can see him running next to last on the left-hand side of the screen. 1 furlong out of the gate, Blush and Groom has trouble following the pace. After 2 furlongs, Blush and Groom is 6th in the middle of the pack. Despite bearing out, he will finish very fast and win easily in front of Riverdane. The time, 1 minute 4.8 seconds for 5.5 furlongs. The Prix Robert Papin was the second race and the second win for Blush and Groom, and it was just the beginning of a long and successful career. Here is a head-on shot of the son of Red God, who will win in the Aga Khan Silks. 1976, Prix Robert Papin at Maison Lafitte, with Blush and Groom winning.
Willie cast on Bell Palace. They've been hotly pursued by John Cherry and Lester Biggett. Then comes Empress Region. Tug of War, that's the leading 4. And so they have just over a furlong to go. And Lester now beginning to produce John Cherry on the outside. And it's John Cherry on the outside who now heads Bell Palace, and they hit the final furlong. And it's John Cherry on this mammoth weight going away from Bell Palace as they come up towards the line. A superb bit of running and riding. John Cherry in the lead. They got 50 yards to go. And John Cherry, a very, very easy winner of the SKF Cesarewitz from Bell Palace go. And it's heaven no, I would say just about the leader towards the centre from Pardish Brook, and then right against the rail near side, Lotta Gift. Right up there on the far side now is Intermission, and then comes Jumping Hill. They got about a furlong and a half still to go, and it's Intermission at the head of affairs on the far side from Jumping Hill. The Hartford and Pagos Boy on the near side, Pardish Brook, but they have a furlong still to go, and it's Intermission from the Hartford. Jumping Hill right on the near side is Pardish Brook, but as they come up towards the line, it's Intermission, and the Hartford and Jeff Lewis coming with a tremendous run on the far side. Intermission, then comes the Hartford and Jumping Hill and Llewellyn as they come past the line, and it's a Hartford from Intermission, then comes Llewellyn over in 3rd place.
And Paddy Broderick taking Night Nurse up on the outside, the longest way round, but he's possibly got the better ground. And with just 2 to jump in the Marlow ropes, John's keeping hurdle. It's still Night Nurse out in front, but Lanzarote, the deposed champion, chasing them hard now in 2nd, running scared, going well in 3rd, and in 4th is Dramatist. Night Nurse by only a length now from Lanzarote. Lanzarote could well come and do the reigning champion. It's going to be very close. Night Nurse has made all so far, but Lanzarote right upsides with him now, breathing down his neck. Just 1 to jump at Sandown, and it's Night Nurse and Lanzarote. They touch down together. Nothing in it. Dramatist was over 3rd. Then Flash Shiver running scared. The battle really on now between the 2 champion hurdlers. Night Nurse over on the far side, Lanzarote on the near side. Nothing in it, but Night Nurse just getting his head in front. He's giving 2 pounds to Lanzarote. Coming up to the line. There's only going to be a neck in it at that. Night Nurse, Lanzarote at the post. A photo finish. Desperately close. Night Nurse possibly just the winner. Lanzarote.
Music was my first love, and it will be my last. Music of the future, and music of the past. To live without my music would be impossible to do. In this world of troubles, my music pulls me through. Music was my first love, and it will be my last. Music of the future, and music of the past, the music of the past, the music of the past.